Warning, this video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions,
Welcome to the special Saturday episode of Movie Madness and more. Yes, Movie Madness, I definitely want to focus on. I realized I've had too many shows, so I'm going to try to do Movie Madness and more. Cover a little bit of video game topics too. Cover a little bit of collectible news in Movie Madness. So that's my goals. And yes, Stream Junkies is happening a little bit after 8 Eastern time, so we have limited time here. I'm going to do some old school madman speculation on Star Wars, the future of Star Wars, and that Kathy Kennedy. Yeah, I'm going to talk about Kathy Kennedy. I told you, rumors, speculation, strong opinions. That's what I'm going to get back to on my Movie Madness. That's one of my strong points. I've been making some new friends on YouTube that are just the facts. But I like to speculate, and I think I know what's happening with Kathy. We'll talk about that once we get a few more people in here. Yeah, Mladen, smash the hell out of it. Christopher Barker, Indiana Jones Slowdown, more like no fifth Indiana Jones film. And am I right, Mad Max? Well, we're going to get to that in a second. Brian Hill, the Star Wars Dad. What's up? It's been a while, Star Wars Dad. Thanks for tuning in. Maybe you've been watching, just haven't been commenting, which is fine. But it's been a little bit. We'll have to get you on the show soon. You're here for strong opinions. The new movie will have script issues. Nothing to see here. We're fine here. Yeah, that's pretty much the Star Wars. What are they? The writers group? I forget what they're called. So let me get this tweeted out, and then we'll get into some quick and dirty movie topics. Oh, wait, here. My uncle is an Imagineer at Disney World, and I've been hearing big rumors coming out of Lucasfilm. Oh, boy! You gotta let me know some of those rumors at the Star Wars Dad. Follow me on Twitter if you don't follow me there, if you ever want to be on the show. And I remember, I know you wanted to get that Star Wars cruise, I think, remember? Hold on a second. Let me tweet this out. Give myself a thumbs up, because why the heck not? Might as well. All right. So, we got an exciting episode of Stream Junkies coming up tonight. And I'm doing the hosting, but it's going to be on the Stream Junkies channel. Here's my strong opinion. Hot take, Christopher Barker with the hot take. Screw the fifth Indiana Jones. Well, it might be on its own. That's what we'll get to. I didn't like the Crystal Skull. I enjoyed it, and I like it more now. I don't think it's amazing, no. But trying something different with Indiana Jones. Do you just want to see Raiders again? I think that's what you get if Disney takes the reins, which is happening. But how soon is it happening? So let's get to the topic here. All right. This is my original thumbnail. I don't know which thumbnail I want to keep. What does the Doomcock say? She was femblocked out of the Mandalorian set. Now, I think she is being phased out. I really believe it. When I give you speculation, it's not just what I think will get the views. I want the views, but it's also what I think is happening. Because if you listen to the man's words, Bob Iger, if you listen to his words before, a Star Wars slowdown. And that's basically what we're getting, except on Disney Plus. And all these rumors, like even the Hollywood Reporter has one out, and I'll show that now. There's another new Star Wars movie that they're talking about, with J.D. Dillard. Now, I have not watched his work yet. I think I'm going to watch these movies. Have any of you seen Slate, Sweetheart, or Stray? Now, he directed these first two. The one on the right, Stray, he just wrote. But this was all in 2019, so he's a busy guy. They're actively pursuing him for a Star Wars film. What happened? Will you actually get it released with Kathy Kennedy there? I don't think so. You can announce whatever you want. I think everything's being pushed back. And why I made this thumbnail, Indiana Jones 5 on hold, it's been there before. And there's also recent articles coming out that they're starting production soon. But you have to realize where these articles are coming from, and it's slow in movie news. So does it hurt them to come out with this? Has there been any official new info about it from Lucasfilm itself? I'll have to look into that for the next episode. I don't believe so. And if you don't get a production under Lucasfilm started by this summer, it's not going to be under Kathy Kennedy. Everything that's pushed off past the summer doesn't start production. Like I'm talking about like Batman. You see set photos, stuff like that. It's not going to come out with Kathy Kennedy's president. And that might be the freaking point. That might be the point. Now, I'm the first one that said she would be fired, but I always said it would be in the way that would make you sick. And the extension is there, but nothing is actually coming out past The Rise of Skywalker. If you are going to have a Star Wars slowdown and actually stop, hold, or postpone productions with all these films, it does not make sense to publicly change the president now. It would be a PR nightmare, especially since the fans demanded it. I demanded it, not because she's a woman, because just like the coach of a winning team, if they bench the best players, they throw out the rule book, and they do whatever the hell, what do sports fans demand? If you take a winning team, get rid of the coach. That's why. That's my thoughts. Now, if you like the sequel trilogy, good for you. But I really think she's being phased out. Oh, wait. Goldman's here. No chance. Good night. What? I missed something, Goldman. What are you talking about? Oh, rumor has it. Sources say. That's why I put Doomcock in the middle. Sources? I mean sources. Sources say that he's back with complete creative control. I don't think that will ever happen either. No offense, Star Wars Dad. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. I don't think so. Okay, hold on. Milan, I won't be able to join you on Stream Junkies. I'm too tired to stay up for 2 hours at 1:36 a.m. Good night, everyone. All right, good night, Milan. Good night. Oh, that's why you're saying good night. D. Kari. All right, Bianca fights the zombies. They should hire this guy by the name of George Lucas. I hear he is good. That would be funny. I like that. Oh, boy. All right. I would like him to be a collaborator. I don't want him in full creative control. I just want him to, honestly, even if you like his stuff or not, I just want him to enjoy his final years and actually enjoy going to see these new projects in the theaters and on Disney Plus to have him be excited. Like, how great was that photo of him holding Baby Yoda? That brought joy to my heart. Seeing that picture from the set. I think I downloaded that picture somewhere. Marvel Disney Plus. Dumb Star Wars. All right, let's get to another. My dog is interrupting. No, not playing right now. All right. So I believe that's what's going to happen. If it doesn't get started soon, and they always can release her from her contract a little bit early, announce the new director, Sharon Marlowe. Hello, you masked man. Well, hello, Sharon. Thanks for joining us. I don't see it happening, her staying on. And Indiana Jones 5 is also a risk. If that's the last film under Kathleen Kennedy's reign as Lucasfilm president, that's also dangerous. Remember what happened the last time they made an Indiana Jones film. They've been trying to have this happen for how many years now? I think it's worth the little extra boost from public perception, box office, and from investors to bump Indiana Jones 5 too until it's out of reach of Kathy. Maybe get it started a little bit later in the year, so by the time it comes out, she's already gone. George should have Pablo Hidalgo's job, ensuring canon is kept intact. I got to find it now. I have it somewhere on my computer. It's not, I got to find it or I'll have to download it again. Yes. I love that picture. It brings joy to my heart. Is beyond help. Good point. Good point. All right, so let's get to some more topics. Let me see here else what I have planned. Okay, Altered Carbon 2, which we will be covering on Stream Junkie soon. And I believe we're going to start watching Altered Carbon Season 1, which I just watched the first episode. And not of Season 2, of Season 1. Because I started Season 1 a while back and I never finished it. It's a lot of fun. It's amazing sci-fi. I like Joel Kinnaman. It's an interesting idea that your thoughts, your memories, and everything is backed up into a disc, and then you could be re-sleeved in another body. Very interesting. And the scary part of that is that corporations can own you. You're a slave. So really cool. I can't wait to watch the rest of Season 1. All right, let me see here. Lothar D, I like your little icon there. Pizza's here. All right. And let's get to the Batman images. I know this has been covered to death, but I am really excited by this. Really excited about this. I like the look of the cowl. It's not my favorite Batman cowl. I like the armor a lot because it's real world, especially this image on the left here. Looks like this Batman could really get stuff done. Now, who's to say if it's an early version or if it's this Batman armor is just for a specific mission? But I like it a lot. I'm not sure how I feel about the cape, and it could be digitally added later for sure. What are your thoughts? I think we've covered this a little bit before. Yeah, I have many. You love it, Sharon? I'm really excited for it. I'm excited for all the villains too. I think we've covered that on the other episode. I still have it up. I still have them in here. I think she's perfect for Catwoman. I can't wait to see. You know what? I think she has Zoe. Is her name Zoe Kravitz? I think she has a lot to prove. But I think this is the role she could do it. And if you see her personality, like images on Google and stuff, she is not afraid to go there with her style either. So I think it's what you need. Now, Paul Dano, I think this is also could be a breakout role for him. He's been in lots of films. He has the look for sure there. And if they're going younger Batman, younger Riddler, and I'm actually very excited for Colin Farrell. He's kind of got the short end of the stick in all kinds of movies, even the Fantastic Beasts. Like my girl Bashti said, she preferred him over Johnny Depp. All right, let's see. Hey, what's up, Lewis? I've been trying to get you on the show. I hope you can tune in for Stream Junkies later at 8. Let me see here. Hold on a second. I'm going to send you something. Where are you? Oh, boy. Here's the ambassador. Oh, sorry, ambassador. This is for the later stream. Sorry, you know what I was doing? I'm running 2 StreamYards at the same time because I have Stream Junkies on my one window and I put up the other one. All right. Great choice. Picard is pretty good so far. Yes. At Nerdlecca. Okay. Hold on a second. All right. I'll send you a link to this too, Lewis, just in case you want to pop in. Man, I shouldn't do 2 streams at the same time. I'm getting confused. Hold on here. All right, I sent it to you in case you want to pop in, Lewis. All right. They also want to reboot Superman. No, I hope not. I like Henry Cavill. Oh, okay. Can't go. Okay. All right. Thanks, Lewis. All right. Thoughts on Picard. I haven't watched it yet. I want to see it. I just don't want to pay for CBS All Access. That's my thoughts. I don't want to pay for it, and I'm paying for too many streaming services as it is. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I was about to go off on Kathy Kennedy for a long time, and I didn't prepare as many topics as I should have. So, what are your theories on Kathy? When's it going to happen? Is Indiana Jones going to come out under her reign, or is it going to be pushed back too? VPN and use Prime. Okay, I'll look into that because I do pay for Prime, and I've heard about people using that. Hold on a second. I got to tell. Hey, Ambassador. I'm actually on another stream on my channel. You could pop in there because this isn't set to go for. Well, I guess you could stay in. Oh, well, I guess you could just stay here. I'm going to leave again. Yeah, I'll give you the link. Hold on a second. I just put one in. Do I follow you on Twitter too? Let me see here. Hold on, I'm looking for it. Oh yeah, here it is. All right, I sent it to you. Yeah. All right, I'll just remove you. All right, we might have the ambassador on for a few more minutes until Stream Junkies is ready. Okay. Any other movie news that you want to talk about? I think she already got that. She already got awards. She already got awards. Here you go, Ambassador.
Howdy, 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 howdy.
I was doing two streams at once, and I was getting confused. I'm like, oh, here's Ambassador. I let you on, and I'm like, oh, that's Stream Junkies.
That's okay, bud. No worries.
All right. Well, I don't know who else is ready yet anyway for Stream Junkies.
Well, I am. I think Boschi's coming in. I think London mentioned that Griffin or well, you know Griffin. Dang it, what's the name of his
Gungan
Dungeon. Yeah, Gungan Dungeon. He's going to be coming on too. So.
Oh, okay, cool.
I think for Stream Junkies tonight. So.
Louis Lecca said he might be able to come too, which is I'm really excited to stream with him more.
There we go. That's fair.
All right. I was talking about my theory about Kathy Kenny. I was doing my old school. I used to really do a lot of speculation rumors.
Mm-hmm.
I really feel with all these announcements coming out about Cassian Andor, there's another announcement about a Star Wars. They're approaching J.D. Dillard for a Star Wars project.
Mm-hmm.
All this stuff that doesn't actually go into production. If something doesn't get into production by this summer, I don't think it's going to be attached to Kathy Kennedy at all. It'll be the next president. And that might be the point. They're pushing things off, except for the Disney Plus streaming, Mandalorian Season 2, the next animated series after Rebels.
Yeah.
Everything else is on hold. She's still the president, but she's free to produce projects, put teams together.
Yeah.
But that's why nothing gets the green light, because I don't think she's getting that extension.
I would not imagine she is going to get an extension. I mean, the woman's in her 70s, if not 70 on the nose. And if you consider all the bad blood that has been stirred up with what's been going on the last 5 years since the Disney trilogy came out. Hey, Brian Hill. Good to see you. Benzo H. Hey. I'm not huge on rumor or speculation, but this is just an educated guess on my end. I'm thinking more than likely she is. Yeah, Benzo H. She's in her 70s. She's just a little bit younger than my mother. My mother will be 74 in March. I think she was part of the baby boom generation. So. And I think Iger. I don't think they're going to fire her. I don't think Iger wants that much bad press if she wants to raise a stink. But the thing is, considering all of the bad blood and the bad press that Lucasfilm under her has stirred up the last several years, they may just pull the reins on anything she does for a little bit until her contract extension is over next year, and then whoever takes her place, please let it be Favreau. Please let it be Favreau.
There's been debates on here on YouTube, but I believe I'm the first one that say he should do it. I looked up Kathy's age, and it says she's 66.
Okay, well,
her husband Frank Marshall's 73.
Okay, well, she's not that far off from 70, so that's not too far.
Yeah. Good guess.
So,
I really think that's what's happening. If you don't fire her, you just move projects, delay them. And what has the man said? Bob Iger, a bunch of times said, slow down, we're going to hold off. And I think he was being legit. And all this other news that comes out just exists for clickbait's sake with Access Media, people that are linked. And maybe she is actively trying to get another project started before she's out, but it's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
And the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, it got delayed on an indefinite hold.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is? My speculation is that the go-to Kathy model of start production, fix it later is not going to work anymore. Hollywood has failed many times of filming and trying to fix it later. One movie
because you can.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Well, one movie I could think of that it worked with is that Brad Pitt zombie movie, World War Z. Everything else has cost the studios money. They are no longer going to start production and hope you can get it together. They want to make sure it's done right, which is actually a good trend in Hollywood.
Yeah, because if you look, just looking at recent history, if you look at Sonic, they had to push it back from November to February. Paramount had enough good sense to say, okay, we have got a lot of negative feedback from this this version of Sonic, the model of Sonic and everything. People are not liking it. People are saying it looks weird. So they went to the director and said, hey, can y'all fix this? Can y'all make it right? And Jeff Fowler, I think his name is. They went back. They did all this. They redid all the CG. They redesigned. They kept it closer to what the video games, both the 16-bit and the more advanced stuff, looked like, and it has done exceedingly well. It's had a lot of good press. It's got legs and everything. We'll see how good it is. We'll see how well it did this weekend. I'm thinking. I was talking with somebody else. I can't remember who now because I've slept since then. But I remember now. It was me and Fan Jackson. We were talking the other night. Everything on his 90s movies, Jim Carrey, before his stream started. We were doing projections about how much we thought Sonic was going to make, at least domestically. And I'm thinking it might get upwards of 150 million. It might do higher than that. It might do 200 million just domestically, and it might do 400 million worldwide, maybe. Now that's just an educated guess. It just depends on how well received and how much legs it has and everything. Because there's nothing that I can think of that's coming out in the near future that can really give it a run for its money. Because this is a PG movie. It is family friendly. It does appeal to a lot of demographics, and I think overseas it will be very well received. So we'll just have to see. But I think honestly, Sonic is a good example of the studios listening to fan feedback or public feedback and saying, okay, we'll make this right. And people have come out to support it. Mm-hmm. Okay. Matt's saying, we know that Obi-Wan show is being rewritten and are going to be doing shooting early next year, but it'll still come out around the same release time.
That's right. But okay, go ahead, Ambassador.
Well, I don't, D. Carey, or I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. He said they're delaying Andor to write a female lead. Honestly, and he might just be guessing, and hey, that's at this point, that's all we can do is guess at what they're doing with the Andor series. If they're putting in a female counterpart with him, I don't see any harm with that, because I think having a female having a dynamic and everything, but having two rebel agents, one male, one female, is not a bad thing, because you gotta realize there was a lot of people, a lot of different people and everything working in the Rebel Alliance. So I don't see necessarily a problem with them including a female character and everything, as long as it's organic, as long as it's not some sort of hackneyed diversity thing. Then I say go for it. Make the cast diverse. I mean, a diverse cast worked for Rogue One.
Yeah.
Of everything that Disney did, and we have talked about this ad nauseum, of everything that Disney has done, Rogue One has been the most well received, both by the general public and by the fans. It was very well received. It had a diverse cast because you had Diego Luna, you had Felicity Jones, I think was her name.
Mhm.
Is that the girl? Is Jen Urso, who played Jen Urso? You had the two guys who played Baze Malbus and Shirt Inway. You had Alan Tudyk. You had what the you had Mads Mikkelsen as the father. You had the guy who played Orson Krennic, two English actors or European actors. This was a diverse cast, and it did extraordinarily well.
Mhm.
And I did not, when I watched that movie, it did not give me any impression that this was a case of forced diversity. This was a cast of characters and everything that came from obviously different backgrounds and what have you, and they all worked well together.
Yeah, I agree.
So, but
I want to get to Matt's comment though.
Yeah.
This true. It's being rewritten, and Ewan McGregor said their intents to keep the same time frame, but that is one that easily could be pushed and say, "Oh, we have to get it right." Right out of Kathy's grasp. Easily. I agree with you. There's a point to it, Matt. And is he talking about Sonic in Japan?
I think, yeah, he says it opens in a couple days overseas and everything because everything's on different release schedules. We all know this.
The only person who said anything publicly is Ewan McGregor, and for some reason, some YouTubers are trying to discount the main actor.
And you know what? They're entitled to their opinion just as much as we are entitled to theirs. So, you know, if McGregor, who is doing the obviously he's playing the main role, if he's saying they're pushing it back a little bit to rewrite it.
Well, he said he said people to calm down, I believe, that they're keeping the same release date, they're just reworking it. He told people to calm down.
Well, and you know, and we saw this a little bit with Infinity War and with Endgame when the studio didn't meet fan expectations when they were going to start releasing trailers. And you had people saying death threats or threats of violence to Disney and Marvel. And I'm like, people, it's a movie trailer. Relax. I get the enthusiasm. I get the whole being enthusiastic and excited for a movie coming out. But you're going over the pale by threatening people with all sorts of nonsense. There's just no point. There's no point in doing this. It's just you're being counterproductive, and you're making, as my grandma would say, you're making an ass out of yourself. So there's no point in everybody getting worked up and getting all bent out of shape because they didn't release a trailer at a certain time when they felt that they should. There's an old saying: patience is a virtue. I think people need to sometimes exercise it.
Yeah,
but that's my 2 cents on it. So,
all right, I'm gonna check to see what's happening in our Discord to see if people are getting ready for.
We've got roughly a minute, about to go under a minute and everything for Clone Wars for Stream Junkies. So probably gonna need to wrap this up and everything.
I try to go until I see some activity on the other. I'm messaging Bosty now.
Yeah, I'm watching the other thing, but truthfully, hey, Sir Nerd a lot, good to see you. Glad you're here. Unfortunately, we're gonna probably be wrapping up here in a few minutes. So
yeah,
but
I'd like to have Sir Nerd a lot on the show one time. I see him in the comments.
Yeah,
I know he started making videos too. I didn't check out his videos yet.
Yeah, I'm going to as well. He's actually from around my neck of the woods. That's all I'll say.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Oh, but, I asked you about your Vader and Kylo Ren figures. What type of figures are they? They look. It looks detailed. I'm trying to think of what.
They are back from when they started releasing stuff like that with the. It was right before Force Awakens came out, and actually Vader. This is when me and my wife were first started dating. Her and my mom and everything. They went in together and they got him for me for my birthday several years ago, and then I saw Kylo, and she's like, we went shopping and everything, and she's like, I saw that, and I was like, ooh. She's like, you want it? I was like, yeah, but you already got me Vader. She's like, me and your mom got you Vader. She's like, I'll get this for you. I'm like, okay, sure. There's stuff that Disney put out and everything, so it was done through Hasbro, but you get the point.
Mm-hmm.
This is the only piece of stuff except for the Last Jedi posters and everything, the teaser poster, and we have the theatrical poster that me and the wife have and everything from the Disney stuff. I keep this to remind myself of who Kylo Ren could have been, and because well, it just looks cool. The design of his mask and the design of his suit and everything was honestly cool. I liked the crossbarred saber and everything, so I kept it.
Yeah. I mean, out of the sequel trilogy, Kylo's the least of my problems. I like Kylo.
You know, no, Max, I agree with you. You know, you're looking back now in retrospect, there was so much wasted potential, and that's the thing. I think for some people now that all the really hard hurt feelings have subsided, at least I imagine for most, myself in particular, you look back on it and you think, what could have been?
Mm-hmm.
What could have been from this trilogy? This is something that could have propelled the franchise to even further heights.
Mm-hmm.
And because of bad decisions, poor decisions, whatever way you want to put it, we got what we got. Mm-hmm. And it stinks. Ooh. Brian Hill, very cool. Yeah. I don't cosplay, but several years ago,
I do every day on YouTube.
Obviously, yeah. Several years ago, back when the prequels were coming out, my mother, God love her, when she could still sew, when her hands were able to do it, she made me a pretty good replica of Obi-Wan's costume from the prequels. It's got the robe, the tunic, the whole shooting match. Yeah. So, and I have it packed away.
My wanting to dress up is my mother's fault. She made me a homemade Superman cape when I was little. I still have it. I can wear it on my next stream. Maybe I'll go get it for Stream Junkies. And it's little now. It's little.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but here's the thing: you're mixing things that ought not be mixed. Because can you imagine? Could you imagine Doctor Doom with Kryptonian superpowers? Everybody's screwed.
I can. Hell yeah, that sounds really good.
Well, they did something similar. If you remember the first Marvel Alliance game that they did. Yeah, Sharon Marlowe, how awesome! Great moms, boys. Yeah, Mother Ambassador. She has been my rock until I met my wife, and yeah. I got a great mom, and I am thankful every day that the good Lord lets me have her in my life.
That's maybe a super.
Well, as I think I've mentioned, I was adopted, and I got to meet my biological mother several years ago. Unfortunately, we no longer talk. Her decision, not mine.
Oh wow.
Well, she didn't like the direction I was taking my life. I was going back to school. I was going to seminary to become a pastor and everything. And I had breakfast with her and my mother one day, and I told them what I planned on doing. And she said, "You're not going to make a living off of that." I was like, "Well, it's not about necessarily make a living. It's about trusting God and about following a calling." And my mother looked at me and she's like, "I'll back whatever you do, baby."
That's nice.
Yeah.
It's really heartwarming story about you and your adopted parents. Great.
Well, those are my parents. It's not that I don't hold any animosity towards my biological parents. They made their decision. They weren't bad people or anything. They aren't bad people. They didn't feel they were cut to be parents. That's long and short of it. And Brian Hill, yeah, she's like, my mom made me a Superman, Christopher Reeves. You got a good mom there. Brian Hill, you got a good mom. So
Christian Garcia has a comment here. I think the reason Indiana Jones hasn't happened is because Spielberg and George are very good friends, and he won't do it without him. And Disney probably doesn't want George near Indiana Jones.
No, because he probably because he would probably want to make it good. Of course, his judgment on Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, George.
There's some good parts to it. They tried something different with it. You can't blame them for trying. Some people are just going to have Raiders or The Last Crusade again.
Well, and I don't fault them for trying something different, but they actually did. This was a Dark Horse comic that they did. It was a mini series, I think, with Indiana Jones, and it was called Indiana Jones and the Spear of Destiny, and it actually deals with another holy relic. It deals with what they call the Spear of Longinus. It's actually referenced in Hellboy, the first one with John Hurt and Ron Perlman. The Spear of Longinus is like I said, it's a holy Christian. It's a Christian holy relic. It has some history around it and everything, and some supposed mythical elements to it. This was a spear that the Centurion used to pierce the side of Christ when he was on the cross. And the legend behind the Spear of Longinus is that anyone who holds it is virtually indestructible. They actually used it also in Constantine, the movie with Keanu Reeves and Rachel Weisz. It's that spearhead that one guy found underneath that abandoned gas station or whatever. It was wrapped in a Nazi flag, because legend has it the Nazis had it. Yeah, Christian Garcia. Yeah. But they could. I think they could have even done something similar to that. I don't remember if Constantine came out before Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, but I think they could have done something similar. Now, do I hate Kingdom of the Crystal Skull? No, I don't hate it, but it's not exactly my favorite of the Indiana Jones movies and everything. And I love the trilogy. I do. I actually watch it in chronological order because the Temple of Doom was actually chronologically the first movie in the series. It was a prequel. It was a prequel before prequels were a thing, because it goes Temple of Doom, Raiders, and Last Crusade. That's the chronological order.
You know what I gotta watch again that I haven't watched in a long time? Is the Indiana Jones Chronicles. I have it on DVD. Is
that the one with when he's a young kid?
Yeah. I have 2 of the volumes on DVD, and I need to get the third still. Man, that's something they should just bring to Disney Plus. Did you like that series?
I didn't get a chance to watch it a whole lot. I watched a few episodes, but it wasn't that it was necessarily bad. It wasn't my cup of tea. So, yeah.
I mean, some of the first episodes were a little bit rough. Once he got a little bit older, it got better, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see. Christian Garcia says Crystal Skull came out in 2008. Constantine came out in 2005. Yeah, so they couldn't have used Spear of Longinus or the Spear of Destiny for that storyline. That wouldn't have worked.
This is a show they actually should redo on Disney Plus. Young Indiana Jones. I would love it.
Is it owned by Lucasfilm, or is it owned by Paramount? Because remember that Indiana Jones is actually a Paramount property. It's not a Lucas, unless they split it. Because
good question.
Unless they split ownership and everything between Paramount and Lucasfilm. I think it's. I'd have to go back and rewatch. It's not a lot. I still want to be Indiana Jones when I grow up.
Yeah, me too.
Wasn't there a script where he was looking for Arthur's sword? If there was Christian Garcia, that would have actually been a cool one too. So that would have been an interesting story right there, looking for Excalibur. So because that would have been a nice little tie back to the Holy Grail. Because if you remember your Arthurian legend, that was something that they fought, that they was one of the pieces of the Arthurian legend was the quest for the Holy Grail. Of course, there's a parody of a very well-known parody of that particular story. for those who are appreciative of British humor. So
the reason I keep doing this to you is because when I bring you back, it fixes the quality for some reason. If you're wondering why I keep doing that, for some reason,
well, I know the connection on my end isn't always the best and everything, so it's all good. No worries.
Okay.
We have good internet. It's better. My internet is better for streaming than it is for me uploading. I actually have to go if I want to upload and everything, like from my laptop or whatever. When I'm doing videos for my channel and everything, I have to sometimes go upload and everything at the university. So because they have good Wi-Fi.
Sir Nerdalot says ABC owns Indiana Jones.
Okay,
isn't that Disney too?
Yep.
Okay.
ABC is owned by Disney, or one way or the other. So,
Uncharted movie thoughts. I think I still have an image there. Hold on, let me see.
I haven't heard. Who is that? Is that Nathan Fillion?
Yeah. Did you ever see his YouTube video?
No, I didn't.
Oh my goodness, you're missing out. It's a good.
Okay.
If we had more time, I'd show it to you now. It's like 15 minutes.
I'll look it up. Don't worry, I'll look it up because I loved Uncharted. I loved the games and everything. The only one stories. Dang, girl, you're just going to town on the Among Us book. I read, as I mentioned this afternoon on Among Us stream. I don't binge read. I read a little bit at a time, for the simple fact that I have so much of the reading I have to do for my classes. I like to take a break and read something fun rather than read something that's mandatory. And when you're reading stuff on church history and on counseling and on all these other things, it's nice to take a break and read something fun. Yeah. So that's one of the reasons why I don't read everything all at once, because I like to mix in a little variety in there. So, because after a while, your eyes can go cross-eyed reading everything. This person did this and then, and this person did this and then.
Yeah, hey, Bosty, I'm running 2 streams at the same time.
Oh, is she giving you grief?
No, I'm talking to her on behind the scenes on Dream Junkies channel.
Oh, for heaven's sakes! Okay, well, we probably need to wrap.
No. Are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go whenever y'all are. I'm just guesting and everything. I've got my own stream to do here at 8:30. So if we're gonna get Clone Wars in, we probably need to wrap this one up.
Okay.
And bounce over to Stream Junkies.
Oh my God, Ambassador and Boss, you're talking at the same time on different streams. I'm talking to both of you at the same time. Okay, I'm gonna end this one. Everyone, hop over to. Let me link Stream Junkies channel before we go. Hold on.
Definitely do that.
The smart thing to do.
Si, Senor Max. Okay.
What's that?
I said, si, Senor Max. Okay, no, I don't need
I just sent it to you on Discord, Boshti. On our private. All right. And let me put this in the chat.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and close a couple of tabs here so I can open up more.
I don't know if I should run 2 streams at the same time again. It's getting real confusing.
Max, don't. Did you put the Stream Junkies one on Discord in the Senate?
I'll send it to you again.
No. I'm talking about the one. Did you put the link for the Stream Junkies one on the Senate Discord? Correct?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just get it off of there. Don't worry about it.
I was talking to Boshti.
Okay. All right.
Okay, all right. I'm ending this. Everyone head over to Stream Junkies. Hey, Sember Tuber. I like Max. He's cool and talks in all caps. Yeah, I do. All right. Bye.
All right. See you in a few. Bye.
All right.